Check, check. Oh yeah, this sound good.
Yeah, man. Let's get it. Don't do it. I need the energy.
I was good the first time. I don't got no excuses. Let's go. Turn my beat, man. Funny how the game do, how things change in the distance. Losing friends through the depth of the distance. My man book, last call was cut short, and the next one I missed it, he passed. Now we both don't get to finish our sentence. Don't try to read me. If I stay, you better believe me. Cause I ain't street with them streets, oh they just love to receive me. Don't get between me and anything that I might care about. That listen, don't get too broad, but it's a fair amount. When my spirit get eerie, I know how to turn it down. Niggas think they sick, I can cure every Germantown. Any spot that I came for, niggas was getting out, so skip the doubt. I get love for rhymes that I written house, ridiculous how you get popular, then you perish. Say R.I.P., remember them times that we cherish. It ain't the fairest, they out here hunting and parking. Before the summer set, you become one with that spring garden. Bottom line, forget all of the lies they told you. Me and the streets got an agreement. It's a non-disclosure, mission complete. Hope you're good at accepting defeat. I'm next tier, and next year, I'm how we set to repeat. It's mad.
With pain like this, life is agonizing. Pride have some niggas antagonizing. It paying out different when the next man cast the iron. When the story's told how them cats was lying, I could promise it ain't.
Check. Yo, what's up and welcome to another episode of Authentic Basement. We are on episode 23. Yes, I said episode 23. We are moving. Listen, episode 22 was another epic episode. If you haven't reached or looked at that episode or checked that episode out, please go to YouTube right now. You see the link right here. You see the subscribe link. Subscribe, click the YouTube link. Go check out episode 22, man. It's historical, great topic. Great dialogue from the fellas, man. You will not be disappointed. So again, what is Authentic Basement, man? We are a group of brothers, man, that wanted to come together, just having authentic conversation, right? No matter what the topic is, right? No matter what the discussion is, we just wanted to come together and have that male perspective, right? And just discuss our opinions and, hear each other out. And like I said, we get schooled on different things, man. We got guests coming up. We got an awesome guest today, man. You know what I mean? Listen, we're gonna talk today. We're gonna talk today, man. But that's what we wanted to do, man. Create that platform to just be real and being authentic. So again, this your boy H, man. This your coach Drew over here. We got Jonesy. I said Drew.
Uncle Drew. Man, call me
Coach Drew.
Coach Drew.
Call me
Anybody here, bro? Like,
My bad, man. Yo, my sinuses is a little off today, man. I'm a little tired, but it's all right.
Okay.
We got 3 more weeks left. Three and a half more weeks left. Then I'll be back to normal. We got Mr. Fly Jones over there. You looking good, brother?
Thank you, bro.
Looking good. I love to hear it, man.
Thank you.
Love to hear. You got a jersey on today.
oh, we supposed to wear one last week.
Wow.
It's crazy. What a coincidence.
I'm rebellious. I don't know what to tell
Insubordinate. That's what it is.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
The jersey look nice, man.
you, bro.
Jersey look nice. And of course,
Oh, man.
we save our guy for last. We got Mr. Promo, aka Mr. Pornhub, Mr. Subscribe Twice, or listen, if you trying to end him, he's gonna steal your wife. I'm just letting you know that. You can't end him, man. That's what he do.
I don't
right?
deal with married women. Yeah, not all the time.
Say less. You know what I mean? But, we got my man Mad Promo over there, man. So I'm going to let him introduce our special guest on today. And again, you may see something, a fly homie walking around here taking some pictures, man. We got a dope photographer with us today. My man, Mr. Nate Denmark. What's up, sir? He's here. Check him out on Instagram. What's your social media, bro? All right. He don't want to put it on there. But if you look for photos, listen, you will see our photos and whatever it's tagged, look him up. Hit him up, man. Photos is phenomenal, man. So I always want to shout out our good brothers, our black brothers that's doing right out here and being entrepreneurs, man. So I'm going to pass it on to my boy Mav so he can introduce our guest today.
Before you introduce, listen, bro. If you want to run, bro, and the cops kick in, bro, let me and my daughter just go. You know what I mean? He said, no.
You ain't got to put that out there.
You want to run, bro?
Wait.
Let me
He dead serious. He stopped everything. He
me roll.
He blinked a couple
Look,
times.
he gave you and said you ain't got to do all that. I said, all right.
Let me roll now.
All right. I said, okay. I mean, look.
Yo.
But yeah,
Wait,
man,
time out. They ain't looking for you, right? All right.
They who?
Alphabet.
Them they? Nah, so yeah, man, we got a real special guest today, man. I'm honored to have him here. It's definitely a privilege. Man, got one of the busiest schedules I ever seen. It's like one of my first times seeing him outside of a car, plane, train, or anything. You know what I mean? Always on the road. But nah, I know Basil through music, but he does so much more. You know what I mean? Just super dope person, man. Like as you get to know him more and as he talks here today, y'all will see, you know what I mean, the influence he has on people and just how much wisdom he gives. And he's just one of the most patient people too, man. But this is definitely Saint Basil, and you know, we're gonna learn a lot about him because he's the mysterious man. He say he's the Dos Equis dude in real life. So that's really him. So we'll get to know him, man. But thanks for coming, Basil. We definitely appreciate it.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah.
Let's get to it, man.
Let's get to it.
Looking forward to it.
All right. Well,
I normally don't do these drinks, bro.
I know, and that's why I was when you accepted, I said, look,
Yeah.
well, wow, I don't even know what to say. I was like, you know, let's do it. And I know you got a lot coming up and everything, so I definitely want to shine light on everything that's going on with you right now. And before we start the real conversation, congratulations. I know we talked about it a lot on here for the last 3 episodes
I'll let you do it.
about the competition that I was in and all that. And lo and behold, we had him booked before it. But he ended up coming out and winning it. So I mean, the reason I'm $4,000 short is because he was there. So, so give it up for Basil, man. He did a good job, man. He showed his talents, man. Well deserved too. Well deserved. So for sure.
Well, talk about that experience a little bit, champ. Like, how was it? Like, what happened? Like, y'all gonna see it too, cause they'll see it.
What's
But
up? We got to get both performances so they can see why he whooped me like that.
please send it. To me. But talk about it. How was it, man?
Man, it was cool, man. Being back in that element, being back like with a microphone in my hand, besides like being here, just preparing. Like the preparing part is like the funnest part for me when it comes to performance and stuff. Just like hours of just rehearsing and making sure everything is perfect. And once y'all see the performance, you'll see how much was put into it. Shout out to my crafting lady. She Riri Wood signs. She gave me some real dope signs that was custom to go with the performance, and you'll see why. But it was great, man. It was great just running into people that I usually only see on Instagram and in music conversations. You know what I mean? Of course, seeing Basil there and everything. And, you know, it was just great, man, to be in that space again. And, you know, I still am cool in retirement, though. So, you know what I mean? But
Unless that $5 million come. Remember that. That $5 million.
listen.
What about you, Mr. Basil? How was the experience, man? How was it, bro?
I mean, it was cool. You know, I'm kind of like used to those environments, but I kind of expected things to play out how they played out, and I kind of expected things to go how it went. What I will say about Mad performance is that it's something that will be better appreciated on camera and not live, right? It was as creative as it was. A lot of people just couldn't grasp what was going on, and by the time they grasped it, it was already too late. You understand what I'm saying? So like when you sit back and you watch it on camera, you're like, God damn, he put that together. So I you know, on the watch back, I definitely thought that he had the like if I wasn't gonna win, I would have picked it as a judge.
Right.
But you know, it was one of those environments.
They was looking for the right now.
Bro, I got name dropped like 100 times in that
Yo,
joint.
it was crazy. You'd have thought it was the This Basil competition.
It was wild. I was like, yeah. And the more I heard it, right, the more I heard people saying my name, I was like, yeah, I'm glad you did that, dummy. This is like you performing for judges. So for 4K, you really gonna write a diss record for 4K?
That's crazy.
You gonna name drop people that these judges don't know, so it's not gonna hit with them. You can flip the name as much as you want. They don't know who you talking about. So every time I heard it, I just kind of smiled like, yeah, you cook yourself, buddy. You out of here.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. But you know, and just to say that, but it's like I told him this before, man. Even when I, you know, did the video for him, I was like, you know, a lot of your bars got a message to it. It's like you creating an experience of things that maybe you haven't went through or people have gone through or just what's going on. And if you're not there like mentally, like be able to grasp those things, and you just looking for a bar, you just looking for it, and that's and like you said, the environment. That's what you can tell that environment was. Oh, I'm looking for that bar, I'm looking for that, but no, thinking methodical, how you thinking. You get what I'm saying? Like when I seen the streets, I'm like, oh snap, dog. Like, but it made sense. I'm like, cause that's how I'm thinking, because I know you already, and that's how I gotta think when I'm listening to you, to the music, and you know what I mean. But talking to him, he was like, you almost like the same way, just like how you know how to put stuff together and just, you know what I mean. So like I said, I'm not just rap extraordinaire, but if I hear something, you know what I mean, that makes sense because I'm a musician. It's gonna grab to me because it's still music at the end of the day. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I call that bar shit. Like you got bullshit, and you
Yeah.
got bar shit,
Yeah.
right?
I like
so
that.
like bar shit is like when you just got a bar. It might sound hot, but it don't mean nothing. So it's just some bar shit, some bullshit. Like you just said something that was fly, like the punchline probably was fly, but where was that going to? Like did it have a purpose? No, that was just some cool bullshit you put together. Bar
Some
shit.
cool nut shit you just said in the rap.
That shit wasn't hot, bro.
But what's crazy is though, like that shows the talent. If like you can play both parts. Like, all right, I can hit you with something methodical. I hit you with like a double entendre. Then I can hit you with, all right, y'all want to hear something? Y'all want to hear this nonsense? Y'all want to hear? Y'all want to hear me go
I'm
crazy?
saying that's a talent.
Like,
that
that's
is a
crazy.
skill in itself. Where it's like, and it was funny. I think we was on a live before, like the day before, or 2 days before. And he was like, "I'm just, you know what I mean? I just want to see what people gonna be saying, so I know which verse I want to use to fit the room."
Wow.
Like, and it's just like having that skill to understand. All right, I'm walking in this room. I can't get him a bunch of this, but I can get him a little bit of that mixed with this, and they gonna love it. They gonna go crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And having that's like that really is a skill to understand how to read the room and know what, you know what I mean. Just having that in your arsenal to be able to present to the room, because everybody don't have that, right? So it's like, you know, because a lot of people didn't expect me to talk how I was talking in my verse, right? Where it's just like, oh, all right, cool, yeah, he good kid, went to school, all that other kind of stuff. He don't know about no street stuff, whatever. But when I started my verse off, they like, oh, that was crazy, like, you know what I mean? Talking something they can relate to, people being in jail, people dying while they in jail, whatever. It's like, yeah, all right, I can relate to that. Then he talking. Now that's what they call it. He talking. I mean, Basil hate that term. He was talking. So he was talking that talk.
So my question though, so both of y'all, and I talked to Mav about this before or whatever. When I first met Basil on live, and I'm like, why y'all don't get the like how, let's say, a Leaf Ward would get on the city, not even just like
Okay.
you know what I'm saying, but just in the city, like why do a Leaf Ward or a Kwani would get, oh, he the hottest rapper, but it's just like people that rap a million times better.
Well,
Like why y'all don't, why the true lyricists don't get the real credit?
Well, let me say this, right? I don't know if I wouldn't call it a better lyricist, right? Because they do what they do. And whatever acclaim that they get, they should get it, right? But I think Philly is not a town. As much credit as Philly get for being like the home of the spitters, Philly is not like a place where they have foresight.
Okay.
Like they can't see a star coming. You understand what I'm saying? They can't like extrapolate out. Like I can't see this thing. It already got to be there bubbling. Right. So I hate using this term because Philly's known for this, and it is derogatory, but for lack of better words, it's Dickie.
Say how it need to be said, brother.
Because I don't think it's always intentional, Dickie. Right? So like they'll see a guy doing a thing, and even people are sending it to him like, yo, check him out. They're not really listening. They want to know who else think he hot. And if enough people think he hot, they're gonna say he's hot.
Without listening or even grasping what he's saying.
They might like it,
Yeah.
but they're not gonna be the one to jump out first to say,
So
check him out.
This is perfect, right? So we'll take Basil as example, right? Basil been hot. Everybody that in the rap, and especially in the city, out the city, whatever, because he be outside, like, you know what I mean? So people would know he can rap. But I want to ask you personally, how did it feel when Snoop posted you, and how much attention did that bring to your page?
Yo, let me tell you, right? So it caught me off guard because Snoop wasn't the first one that posted me that I considered to be like a big name.
Right.
So somebody sent me Pete Rock first. No, if you know Pete Rock, he legendary producer. Somebody sent me his post and was like, yo, Pete Rock just posted you. I'm like, oh, damn, that's dope. I go to the post, like it, appreciate, thanks, bro. And he added me. Like, he put me in the comment, like, you know, I'm like, damn, this is dope.
Right.
And then somebody else was like, yo, you see this? And then they sent me Meek John. So it was like, Meek put me in his story.
Yeah, I see.
But I didn't get added or nothing. But it still was dope. Like, I'm like, damn. I said, oh, this is picking up a little bit. That's cool. It's on a Friday night. So anybody who don't know, like, I observe the Sabbath. So I'm like, let me shut this down because I got to get focused. Shut it down. I go to sleep. I wake up. My phone is lit up. And I'm like, yo, what is this? I know they're not going crazy about this Meek thing. I open my phone up and I see Snoop Dogg, you know, the notification that say like Snoop Dogg and it say like check out, you know, whatever he said in the comment. And so I'm thinking he commented on somebody else's page. So then I click on it and it's his page. I'm like, hold up, wait a second.
Damn, I made it on his page.
Now I'm thinking like, is this Snoop or is this like Snoop off Temu? Like I'm thinking like, is this the real Snoop Dogg page or like the fan Snoop Dogg page? And I look and I'm like, damn, this is like the real Snoop Dogg. I go to the joint, like he got, you know, Snoop got like 80-something million followers or something like that. But I also see my notification, they got like 1,000 like follows, like it's like 2,000 followers. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on the page? I got all types of famous people start following me and like Rod Strickland, Scarface. It was so many people that I was just kind of like shocked, like what the hell happened? Like it was like one of them times like you go viral and it's like, yo, where did this come from? Then it had like 1 million views and all that. So I'm like, man. But then I'm like still like, I'm looking at it in real time and I'm like, this is crazy. But I gotta get ready for the Sabbath service. I turn the phone off, boom.
Humility right there.
Set it to the side. I come back to it at sundown, and it's just like, it's all over the place. From Snoop, everybody was like, my DM was like loaded. I couldn't even go through everything. It was people like, yeah, I'm here from Snoop page. Snoop. I go back to the Snoop page. I see all the people liking, talking about it, and this, that, and the third. So it was like, damn, it was crazy to me. But I'm going to tell you the funny thing. It's guys that's in Philly that I had probably reached out to, right? To either let me get a verse or not even let me get a verse, because I'm willing to pay you for your
Time,
work, right? Or just I know guys that got platforms. Like I know them, not know. Like I just seen you salute, you know, give you the muscle arm with the red. Like I know you. You got a platform. Never put me up, none of that, right? So it's like, bro.
It ain't come.
I was just looking at that like,
That's deep.
but I already had an understanding of the culture of Philly, right? So I already know like it's a front running city when it comes to music. So I ain't really take it personal, but I just look. But then I started seeing people follow me that followed me before, right? So now I'm like, so somewhere along the line you unfollow me. I didn't know you because I would not know if a person unfollowed me because I don't check that kind of stuff. Like to me, I
We
think
just talked about that last week.
that's wild to know who unfollowed you, unless somebody tell you, like yo, such and such unfollowed it, and then I'm like, all right, damn, that's crazy. But to see people following me, and I'm like, damn, I thought you was already following me. So somewhere along the line, you unfollowed me for whatever you unfollowed me. Now you follow me back. Now I went and unfollowed all them people.
Wow.
I unfollowed them. Like if you was I'm unrefuckwittable. So that's it, bro. I like, yeah, you crazy. Yeah. But that was a wild joint right there, bro. To be honest, that was wild.
How do you handle that? Because like I'm a musician, and the musician community is kind of weird because it's like you can grow up around people and they might be like on major tours or whatever.
Right.
So even though they respect your plan, because you don't have a major tour resume,
Right.
they'll reach out to somebody else.
Right.
But then when you do hit that major tour scene, like you said, hey bro, what's up? Like, why don't you like? How do you handle dealing with those type of people that try to double back when they wasn't really rocking in the beginning stages?
I kind of, when it come to our people, I kind of understand the dynamics of our people, like why they operate how they operate. I understand why they do the things they do. This is just not on music. It's just like in life.
Yeah.
So I'm more apt to extend grace because I understand, like, I know why you like this, but I'm not going to extend that grace without telling you that this is the lesson in what you're doing, bro. And so it might have took for me to go through that, but hopefully the next person behind me won't have to go through that. Cause I'm gonna tell you about yourself, and I'm gonna tell you about why what you did wasn't right.
Right.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not going to shun you for doing it. I understand why you do it. I understand that a lot of the traumas that make you do the weird shit you do.
Right.
Right? So it's cool. But, you know, that's pretty much how I approach it. I don't really take it personal a lot of times because I understand a lot of the stuff that they go through is like is conditional.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I got a question for the room. Everybody can answer this. Like, why do we feel Philly? I'm gonna speak on Philly is like that because it seemed like to me, like you're the southern area, like those rappers seem like everybody. Now you probably have your spats here and there, but it seemed like for the most part everybody big up each other because that's why they call that the Black Hollywood now. And it seemed like here, like I said, we got the groupies here, we got the people that's gonna may say but they don't see nothing flying off of there, and then they off you. Then they see, oh, there's an opportunity. Then I'm gonna jump on. You know what I'm saying? Why are we like that? Where we got so much talent, right? Where everybody can eat. Why I can't? Oh, if I got a platform, let me put this guy on here because I think he'll be great here. I don't care if he's better than me. I feel as though this person can do this great thing here. Like, why is it such a like? Cool, competition going to come. Competition makes each other great. That's fine. But why it got to be like, yo, I'm going to block you? Because speaking from where his world again, too, as a musician, we got musicians out here that will block a dude. If they feel as though this dude will take my gig, yo, I'm not putting you on this show. Instead of just looking out, like, bro, just look out for the homie. Like, this going to be his first tour, but you know he can lock this tour in. Put him on. You like I've seen friendships, years of friendships break because of stuff like that. Where I'm your homie, you know what I need to do, you know what I can lock in, but you go put somebody else on. Right. You feel what I'm saying? But it seemed like that's a Philly thing. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to figure out why is it like that? Why do y'all think it's like that?
Well, I mean, this to me, my personal opinion, it's a crab in the barrel mentality because it's not. We are competitive. I ain't gonna lie. Like we are like one of the most competitive cities, like amongst each other, not like amongst anybody else, but amongst each other. So it'd be like, oh, you think you better than me? I'm not put you on no show if you think you better than me. Now you got to figure it out on your own. That's just my view of things. Like everybody view different, but that's just my view of things. Like nobody never want to see somebody put them up because it's like if you feel like you better than me, then you got to prove it. Then you got to put the work in. I'm not even going. Even if I know that I can't make this show, and then somebody say, "Damn, who you think somebody can do it?" I'm still not going to have you. I'm not going to put you on. You got to figure it out.
That's crazy to me, bro. And we the city of brotherly love.
Man, I think it's sometimes I think it's environment and how people are brought up. You know what I'm saying? For me, I mean, most everybody in here know how I am. Like I'm not a person to try to block opportunities for people. I really feel like me personally, I'm the stepping stone for somebody else to do something greater, right? Because I try to connect myself to a lot of people in different areas. So it's like, okay, if you do need this, if you do need that, I know somebody that can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like it just won't be no blank spaces where like, dang, like people literally come to me like, man, if you know somebody that can do this, you know somebody that can do that, or somebody available for this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Because like, and these pieces might not come together immediately, but they'll come together over time. You know what I mean? It's just like, I tell people, I'm like the Black Angie's List for real. I know somebody black that can do anything. Right. You know what I mean? Right. But I think enough people don't have that mindset because everybody wants to be the winner, right? I think in Philly, I've probably seen one group of people get behind I won't even necessarily say he was the best, but get behind a person and support him to the point where he gets to a level where, all right, he's getting that recognition and he can bring us in, and that's Del P. I think he had a movement like that. You know what I mean? Where they were willing to get behind him. Like, we all rap. Right. But we'll get behind you, push you and your projects and what you're doing. Right. And then let everything else fall where it may. You know what I mean? That's at his show is where I met Basil for the first time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's things like that. He put Basil on the stage and he just gave him the mic. He started rocking. I'm like, who the hell is this?
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? And that's how that formed. So it's people like that that's like, yeah, this is my show. I put this together, whatever. It's an appreciation show for him or something like that. And but he putting everybody else on the stage. You know what I mean? Giving other people like, and that creates fans for other people. You know what I'm saying? I might not hear Basil for another 5-10 years if I'm not at that show. You know what I'm saying? So it's things like that. So I think people got to have that mindset to want people to win and understand, like, I can't win at everything. It can't be me in first place all the time. You know what I mean?
And to that point, right? So Dell, just to that point, right? The reason I got my first like real major situation was because of Del P. Now he didn't know me from nowhere, right? Just my man said, "Yo, you need to check out this guy Del P." So I said, "Cool, let me go to his show." I go to his show, and then it's like, we meet. I tell him, "Yo, I think you dope, whatever." He said, "Listen, let's kick it. I got another show coming up, whatever." He have a show. Somebody didn't show to open. And he like, y'all need somebody to open. You got something you want to jump up? I go up. And it just so happened that there's people there that's from Sony, wherever that they was at. And it's like, I rap, yo, who is that guy? We talk afterwards. And then it worked out, right? So, but Dell never was like, damn, this is my spot. Da, 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 da.
Right.
So it's like Philly don't necessarily have Philly. That's a loud minority that gives Philly that reputation.
Yeah.
Because it's guys the guys I work with, like Bam Say No More from New Lane Entertainment. That was P&B Rock team. Leak Mars, OBH, D Jones, especially Jones. He signed with Kiss. You know, these is guys that all shared their platforms with me. We never had. They didn't have to, and they did. But I wanted to go back to a point that you said though, because this is, I'm gonna tell you why I disagree with it. From this standpoint, and I don't think it's just a Philly thing. I think it's everywhere. It's highlighted in Philly because you live here,
Right. Yeah.
so you feel the effects of it more. But when you say like it's a crab in a barrel mentality, now let's say I agree with that, right?
Before you finish, I was just based off what he was saying, talking about how a land like down south is.
Right. But I wanted to speak to the crab in a barrel mentality portion, right? Mm-hmm. The crab's natural habitation is where?
In the water.
In the water, in the ocean, right? In the ocean, you will never see a crab pulling down another crab. Mm-hmm. You won't see them doing that. In the ocean, they live harmoniously together, right? When the crab is in a barrel, first of all, who put the barrel together? Mm-hmm. Who caught those crabs? Who put the crabs in the barrel, and why did they do it? Yeah. So you can focus on the crab trying to get out of the barrel. The crab is not trying to pull another crab down. The crab is trying to get out and save his life, self-preservation. Yeah. So when people use that analogy, crab in the barrel, I think it's spot on. But I think when you're using that analogy, I think you comparing the wrong behavior. Okay. Right? So you're saying that we are like crabs in the barrel. I agree. But I don't agree with the behavior. People aren't pulling each other down. People are trying to survive. Right? Now, I'll acknowledge we are the crabs in the barrel. But then you didn't have to acknowledge that we were put in the barrel. Then you have to acknowledge somebody built the barrel and somebody had an intent to put those crabs in the barrel.
Facts, yeah.
Right? So it speaks to the mindset of why people think I got to block somebody, because of the mindset that's put on our people that only one person can get out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Only one person can make it. Mm-hmm. It can only be one story of like come from the mud and triumph and get out, right? So if you see that one person about to do that, then that means everybody else is cooked, right? Or if you that one person that got out, if somebody else come up, that means that you, in your mind, I got to go back in. That mindset was put on us.
Okay, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I say that I extend grace to our people, because I understand a lot of the stuff that was done to us, just from a condition standpoint, that makes us, bring about these behaviors. So you got to try to work You got to kind of try to work with your people. You just can't be all bitter like, damn, it's a crab in a barrel. There's a reason he think like this. It's fucked up. I ain't giving him no pass. And we going to have a conversation about it. Now, once I show you that what you doing is weird and you still want to keep doing it, then I just realize you just a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So,
The crazy thing, basically, that's like majority because when the cats like you, or different people trying to express that, like, yo, we can do it all together, we can do this, blah blah blah. They start looking at you, man, get out of here, bro. You don't know what you're talking about, bro. You corny. That's corny. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care about. That's terrible. Like, imagine it just like how we like, yo, you know what? That makes sense.
right.
Dog, you right. Dog, I get that. I like literally, I have on my hand narrative changing, bro. Like, I want to change the narrative. I want to be that person that's being a difference, right? But sometimes even when I'm trying to do that, even with the young guys out here today, yo, you corny over here. Like, how is that corny being different, doing the right thing, and trying to encourage
Right.
you to do the right thing? How is that corny? I don't get it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I mean, it comes with, what you shame and what you make, what you make, acceptable, right? If you start shaming certain shit, you won't see it. You notice you won't see a lot of people walking around with, some mid ones on. They made that shit. They made that shit like this nigga got on some mids. That shit corny, and people won't do it, right? But they'll highlight or celebrate some weird fuck shit, and then people will start getting into it. That's what I'm saying. So it's like culturally, it's a lot of work to be done, but you gotta stand 10 toes on it and just say fuck it. You gotta have one of the mentalities like, bro, I don't care what nobody think. I know this is the right thing to do. I'm gonna do it. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't think it's just a Philly thing, but I think you do feel effects of it because you hear.
Yeah.
Especially if you've been a victim of it. Yeah, I mean, people blocking and hating and shit. You get frustrated. Like, you look at a nigga like, yo, why would you do that?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, why you do that, bro? You a musician, you dope. And here this other musician come with this hating ass shit, bro. Like, what you doing, bro? We both, me and you together, we can make something phenomenal. Why you standing in the way, bro?
You know
Think
what it
nigga-
is, crazy. You know what it is about what you just said, and the thing is, like, even the dudes that like are not quote unquote the spitters, they can hear the spitters, and it's like some people got the glow. Like for musicians, it's a lot of musicians that's one trick ponies. It's a lot of musicians that done made it to the highest of heights, being one trick ponies. It's musicians that are on tours that can't play in all keys, so they hit a button, they transpose, but they are like major gigging, right?
Right.
But this is the thing, when they come across somebody and they see, like, this is the thing, like, there's a couple people that can see it, and sometimes there are musicians that can see it in you when you can't even see it in yourself.
Right.
So there's the one trick pony dudes are the ones that really fear the ones that they see like really got the glow.
Yeah.
So the mumble rappers or whatever, when they hear somebody like you or Mev, and they know you got that other thing that you could tap into and you could do what they do, that's gonna be problematic.
Yeah, it you know what's weird about that shit though? Because it's a place for mumble rappers.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're a one trick pony, that's your trick.
Right.
It's somebody who will come and watch you do that trick every night of the week.
That's a fact.
So it's like stars, bro. There's no one star that's like another star. They all got their own glow. They all got their own glory. So you look at them, you never see the stars like, yo, I'm about to outshine the shit out this star over here, bro.
Right.
Like, bro, they all up there. They all serve a purpose to light up the universe. You your own star, bro. Go do you. I always say this to niggas. Can't nobody out Basil, bro.
Yeah.
When niggas be like, yo, do you feel like you top 5? I'm top 1. I'm top me.
Right.
That's it. I'm not trying to be in your list. This list is subjective, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
You gonna have somebody tell you Lil Yachty is the best rapper ever. That's his opinion. It's subjective. I don't care about that. I care about being the best me. Can't a nigga out me. And I can't outdo it. I tell people this all the time, bro. Be yourself, because everybody else already taken up. You understand what I'm saying? So it is what it is,
you
man.
said it's subjective and it's generational because you got
Yeah.
different generations coming up.
Yeah.
That's going to never heard of Basil, never heard. Even like, listen, you got some dudes that say, yo, Jay-Z corny.
That's
You know
their
what I'm saying?
opinion.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
But that's generations, man. Never probably even heard who Hove is or anything like that. But
Right.
it's like, it's always gonna be changing. So I like you said, yo, be yourself. I'm
Yeah.
number one to myself. You feel me? You
Yeah.
can take that in just life.
Yeah.
That's a good job, bro.
Speaking of that too, I was just watching the 50 interview with $1 Million for Game. Like,
Mm-hmm.
50 is the most insightful person you're gonna get from the industry.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, because Hove might do an interview, but it might be on some like different ball game. Like, he give you insight, but don't give you insight. I feel like 50 is the only rapper that it like, and maybe Kiss too, will give you like true insight. Like true insight. Like when he was talking about Designer, and he was like, he said, I like the song. He said, I asked him like what's behind that? Like what's the next one? He was like, nah, go ahead. You know what I mean, you know what I mean, I can't do that. I can't do nothing with that. It's like, I feel like the one trick ponies, certain people will be like, I might can work with it, but if this don't got no longevity to it, what I'm gonna do with it? So I'm gonna just let you just go ahead. You could be a one trick pony over there. They can try to benefit from it. But he said, I ain't gonna do it. Like, and I respect them for saying that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like some people cool with it, some people not. Like, cause they gotta see, like you said, it's foresight. So even with people like A&Rs or a person like Hope or a person like 50 or Dre, they gotta see it beyond that one track.
Right.
They gotta see like, damn, what can I? Is this guy worth 5 albums, or is he just gonna drop this one good song? The album might be alright. He might have a radio banger. He might be good on certain features, but can we see a full deal with him? And I think a lot of people just don't get it. You know what I'm
Yeah, I think that's from now speaking from a business standpoint, that's something completely different because somebody got to invest, so they need to see all of that. They might not look at it like that one trick pony and all. They looking for whatever they can monetize and whatever's going to be a good investment. So they're gonna look at it different. I'm saying you as an artist or you as a fan. As an artist, you shouldn't quit because you only a one trick pony. Master that one trick that you got, and then try to, work it the way you need to work it. I'm saying as a fan, somebody coming up and saying this dude is corny, that's your opinion.
Right.
Like, you understand what I'm saying? Just because you think he corny, I'm not going to say, I just might not like it. But somebody out there probably do like it. Now, from a business standpoint, that's completely different. Okay. I'm looking at it like, all right, where this is the kind of money I need to spend. How am I getting this money back? I don't think I can get it back with him. So no, I'm not messing with that. That's good business. You understand what I'm saying? So
I mean, we was talking about Hov and 50 and all that. So whenever those names come up, I always gotta ask. No, I just gotta ask.
See you first when I said Hov.
You said what?
I see you first when I said Hov.
You can't. I mean, shout out to Hov, man. So,
There's no diss to Hov.
I'm just asking a simple question.
Right.
Like who? Like if you feel like when it comes not just music though, like music and life. Like who do you feel like were your biggest influences? Like who like kind of like aside from the Bible and God and all that, who like created like what formed you into because like he really big on that. So it's just that like outside of that main thing, like what else would like help form who you are today, whether it was early in life or later in life when you learned more of your lessons.
yeah, I think that's like so music. I think music is separate from like life, because my musical influence is like from damn near everybody.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So everybody that I listen to, I try to get something from. I try to store it, even if it's a local guy. Even if I see Mav up there, right? With the signs and all of that.
Right.
When I seen it, I'm like, yo,
Right.
Don't sleep on that. That was creative, bro.
I was like, yo.
Right.
Man, I appreciate it.
So when I'm so I go all the way back to Melly Mel, Curtis Blow, Ice-T, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim,
Okay.
Chuck D, Jay-Z, Big. Like I listen to it all,
Right.
and I think my guy Range, he probably like one of the best guys in artist development that I know that I've seen in his business. And one of the things that he dropped on me before, which was an excellent lesson, the more people that you can use as an influence, that gives you a greater pool to pull from.
Right.
So you're going to sound like you. It's going to be you, but you're going to have so much to pull from because you got more information. You got such a vast well to pull from, as opposed to I'm not listening to nothing. I don't want to hear nobody. It's just me. And like, what are you doing with that? Or you just want to listen to the one person. You're limiting yourself. So I as far as musically, it's just a vast. It's not like one person. I can probably say I probably can get up to 50 people that I like really listen to and be like, damn, I like that, and listen to it and study how they did it or whatever the case might be. Now, life, that's a little bit different because I don't really think I got any non-biblical inspirations. Right. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I have my dad. My dad was there, my mom was there. I learned a lot from them in their relationship, the ups and downs, everything that they went through. My mom and pop was together for about 4 decades. They met each other when they was like 13, between 13 and 15, something like that. My dad was a year older than my mom. They got married young. I think my mom was 18, my dad was 19. And they was together all the way up until my mom passed in 2011. My dad passed in 2016. So, but just watching their everyday life, I learned a lot about life from them. When it was good, when they both was, there taking care of other people's kids, helping other people. My dad was real principled, even though he was like a street dude that got it together once I was born. Like he gang warred back in the day. But once I was there, it was like, time to man up. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So it was like my dad had a lot of principles that he stood on. He wasn't like on no weird goofy shit. Right. You know what I mean? So it was more about this is what you need to do to be a man type of thing. My mom was like real nurturing and caring, but they both hit what most of our parents hit in Philly, which once the drugs came around, they went through what they went through with addiction, but they didn't leave each other. They kind of rumbled through it, fell, got back up, put it together, stuff like that. So to me, as I got older, I didn't appreciate it when I was younger because you're going through it. Right. You know what I'm saying? But once I got older, and the older I got, the better I was. And then when I became a father, it was easier for me to understand and appreciate the sacrifices and stuff that was made. So it's kind of like I would always go back and just pull from things that I learned from my pop and my mom. But then, you had different people that passed through your life that kind of like, pick up things from. It's like, man, that's a solid lesson. I was always want to take the good. If it was a solid lesson, I take it. If it's some bullshit, I ain't like, whatever, bro. I ain't trying to hear that. So that's what it was, man. Pops.
Can I ask my rap extraordinaires how y'all feel about the Super Bowl situation? Them picking Kendrick over Wayne. Everybody talking about that right now.
I already heard him speak on it, so I'm gonna let him speak again.
So I hate misinformation, right? Okay. I'm a heavy guy when it comes to like the truth. All right. So here's the truth of the matter, right? When you say they picked, I guarantee you 99% of the population don't know who they is.
Correct. Of course they shooting Hove. I don't know why, but
right. All right. So the whole city picks who they want to perform. Mm-hmm. They get a list of performers, and then the whole city picks. Mm-hmm. It don't matter if they put Lil Wayne on it. They could have put Lil Wayne. They could have put Nicki. They could have put Juvenile, whoever, and Kendrick. If New Orleans say, I want Kendrick, that's that.
Wow.
Right? But again, it go back to just weird nigga shit. Because 5 years ago, they was just complaining about how no black people do the Super Bowl, right? You was getting Maroon 5, you was getting
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry, you getting all these different people, right? So then finally they say, all right, we're gonna bring in Jay, we're gonna bring in Rock Nation. And then for 5 years straight, you getting minorities. You getting J-Lo and what's her name? Was it Shakira?
Yeah.
Shakira.
Right? Then you got who was after
Beyonce,
that?
Bruno
You
Mars,
got Beyonce, Bruno Mars. You got Rihanna.
Rihanna did one. Yeah.
You got Rihanna. You got Dr. Dre. You got Usher. Right? This 5 years straight, you getting black people going. Right? You still didn't have a solo hip hop act, but then boom, now you got Kendrick. This is what everybody was complaining about, not being a part in the history. So now they telling you it's Kendrick. So now what you mean to tell me is that you niggas is mad. So it ain't that you wanted a black person. Now you bitching about it wasn't your black person that you wanted. Right? So shut up. Nobody wanna hear that shit.
Yeah.
All right, so Kendrick doing it. And here's another thing. Like, this is something stupid. I done seen niggas say that Kendrick don't got the catalog to perform at
Jesus Christ.
the Super Bowl, which is ridiculous. All right, so you mean to tell
got
me
30 minutes.
you mean to tell me that the guy that got the two highest grossing tours at the time worldwide, he don't got the catalog to do this. Rap tours, I mean. So nobody else has a rap tour that outgrossed his at the time, right? This last one, the Mr. Morale went the Big Stepper tour, the 110 million that it grossed. This all around, right? He's clearly a global icon at this point. Let's keep it a bean. I like Lil Wayne, phenomenal guy and all of that. As far as lyricist wise, he's nowhere near the performer that Kendrick
And that's
is.
what he was saying. That's what they was talking about.
But you want him to just stand on stage and just hold the cup of lean and just rap? Like, he's not the performer that Kendrick
That's what they
is.
said. Yep.
Kendrick then been on the Super Bowl stage. He was on there with Beyonce. His mic went out and he still carried it. Professional, knowing how to get through it. He was on the stage with Dre and them. Did his thing again. Like,
Man, I seen somebody in the comments say, man, they only gave him that because he beat Drake in a battle. I said, what? Now I'm like, come
Listen.
on, bro. Y'all just make up anything. Like,
Drake, all that Young Money bitching, guess what? At the end of the day, y'all gonna get that A minor work.
Yeah, for sure.
The whole world is gonna say A minor, and he might cut the song because he might not want to go no further
You
than
think they
all
gonna
that.
do that at the Super Bowl?
For sure.
They cannot not do.
Bro, that song was number
Not
one
like
for
us.
so long in so many countries.
Bro,
You have
they
to
gonna
do
do
it.
that. in
Bro,
the
I'm gonna be
Super
honest
Bowl,
with you, bro. They're fighting that. Like, they're fighting that. They're saying that Drake people is trying to send a cease and desist to not allow him to perform that song. Like, they're fighting that hard.
Can you imagine him
You
doing that
can't
at the Super Bowl?
You can't do a cease and desist. It's his song, right? But not only that. Let me tell you something. This man would be banned from hip hop. If you sue this man for performing his record, you engaged in a diss.
For sure.
You cannot
started.
sue in a battle. That's not hip hop.
Yeah.
That's not hip hop. You do that, use the biggest sucker ever in hip hop. Listen, you're done. Hip hop got to banish you. If the thing is, that's not how you get your get back in hip hop. You listen, you went in this whole battle talk about some use me as a they don't got nothing to drop button. You antagonize it. Oh no, you ain't getting out of this now. You gonna drop something. You go from that to a cease and desist letter. Come on, like what are we doing here?
yeah, but even when the bloggers be trying to say certain stuff, I don't be listening to it because it's just be like, did you get that from? What source did you get it from?
Baze, you got a lot. I'm just saying, you gonna see me do this like a couple times. I missed it a few times. You got a lot of drop, brother. You've been just
Lot
giving
of clips.
a lot of.
Like little previews.
Oh, wow.
Brother, this what that mean when you see
I
it.
told you it was going to be a good check. Man, listen, man.
Shut up.
Yeah. Like
I hate that. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. I hate that, and I hate how Nicki was crashing out over that because it's like
Crashing out.
it doesn't take much for you to just gain information, but just put your bias aside, right? Lil Wayne, first of all, I always felt like he didn't write all this stuff. Anytime I see somebody with like a battle rapper in the clique and he not like putting no songs out, he not making no music, what are you around for?
Right.
What are you around for? So it was the Gilly allegations back in the day, and that made sense because if you listen to 500 Degrees and you listen to the Carter, he's talking completely different.
Right.
He's talking completely different, and there's a lot of people that thought that the Carter one was like his first album. Like, no, he had stuff before that. And to me, the Hot Boys, I thought all of them was better than him. Like, I thought they all was better than him. So when you have like people doing interviews and they say a lyric and Wayne like, oh, that was crazy. I rock with that. What rapper said it? And it's like, that's you. Oh, that's me. And it's like, oh, he be so high. Like, no, he don't write all his stuff. And not only that, like he said, you're not a better performer than Kendrick.
Right.
You gonna be on stage forgetting your lyrics. You gonna be too high, whatever the case may be. Like,
But it was like, first of all, are you healthy enough to do this?
For sure.
Yeah, he came out and said that like
That-
because of the epilepsy, because of the seizures, he forget a lot of his lyrics now. You can't do that on a Super Bowl stage. Not only that,
Not that one.
it is in circles that he's not the most professional when it comes down to making rehearsals, and you can't do that at that level. You understand what I'm saying? So them corporate people not dealing with that. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And I just again, even with Nicki crashing, right? This is one of the things that cooked me because I got a homie who got a platform and he was acting crazy. He been acting crazy for a while now. He been acting crazy since the whole Drake and I think when you got a platform, you have a responsibility to just shoot straight. Once you show me that you got some favoritism, you got something going on. I ain't knocking it, but come on, bro, you got a platform. You can't do that. You supposed to be,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right.
But the whole calling Jay-Z a hater thing, right, on Lil Wayne, he hating on Lil Wayne. So I'm thinking to myself, didn't he pay like $7 million worth of this man taxes?
Wayne taxes, back
He
taxes.
paid his back taxes, got him out of the deal that he was in with Birdman that was really stopping him from dropping music to begin with. So now you able to drop the music. And then Hov didn't want nobody to know. This is according to Wayne. Wayne got on stage and said, listen,
Right.
this is my real friend. He did this for me and then told me don't tell nobody. Right? So that guy's the hater. You want me to believe that guy's the hater? All right, say less. Yeah. We can't have a conversation.
And the thing is, never mind. I'm not even gonna see it, bro. I'm not even gonna see it.
oh, we authentic basement, bro.
I don't want
That's
to
what I'm
keep.
saying.
No, I don't want to keep saying black people. I don't want to keep saying us, but that's what it looks like because they can't fathom it's bigger than just Hove. Like, bro, like you said, these corporate people, bro, they run half of that, bro. They can't think past that. Cause all they see is Hove. They see a black man. They see, oh, we got black artists. That's the one that's all doing it. Man, no. Like Hove is probably the at the bottom of the totem pole to get the doors opening in there, but it's bigger people than that.
I got one even better for you though. Why the Super Bowl mean that much to black people?
That's like one of the most blackest holidays.
Because I'm thinking it's like
That's not a holiday.
I'm thinking because the global aspect of it. Even though they have European tours and stuff like that, but think about how many artists really doing overseas tours.
Man, if a corporation, think about this for a second, right? If a corporation fired an employee because that employee wanted to make a statement about things that happen to black people, right? Then said corporation faces backlash because they had people singing the black national anthem. As a black person, why would I give a fuck about what's going on with that corporation? Right? So again, it come back down to principle. I personally don't give a fuck who's throwing the Super Bowl because it's a good chance that if I got something else going on, I might not even watch it. But I get it. Some people like football, that's their thing. But why that mean so much? Do that mean that much that we need to have this as a talking point throughout the black community? Fuck no. Like y'all making too much out of this, bro. Who gives a fuck who performing at the Super Bowl? Is it this person? Is it that person? Like y'all should have been stopped watching that shit. Right. Once they told that man he couldn't come back and with Colin Kaepernick and all that. Y'all should have been all for that, bro. Once they had to put a Rooney Rule in effect to make sure that you do a dog and pony show for one black coach to get interviewed.
Yeah.
You supposed to say, "Oh, this is some bullshit. I'm off this," but you know, I mean, it is what it is, bro.
I feel like I don't know how true this is, but they said it was some type of truth to it. But I was watching Concussion a couple weeks ago with Will Smith or whatever. Like, and the way they was breaking it down, like just all like any major sport like MLB, NFL, NBA, like them corporations, bro, are like so it's so ran like on a like the dude. What's the dude that got who lost his team from the what's his name from the Clippers? I forgot his name.
Oh,
Steve Ballmer.
No, not Steve Ballmer.
Oh no, Ballmer is the one. Yeah, Ballmer is the new owner. Dang,
I forget his
I just watched
name.
that whole documentary.
Donald Sterling.
Yeah, Sterling. Yeah.
Donald Sterling.
All the major owners of each corporation, they all
brotherhood, bro.
That's a fraternity
other,
that's
for
that's
sure.
not talked about. They was like people were saying, but even watching the Concussion movie, right, bro? NFL got their hands in so much, and not to say Hov was on a low totem pole, right? Because they don't NFL won't bring you in, like you know what I'm saying, unless you got to be at some type of high regard. Not saying that he's like
He don't make
president.
the final decision. That's what I mean.
He's the music. He's the creator. He's the creator, not creator, but creative mindset for that. But he don't have the final nod. He don't have the final nod. He don't even have the
He's our seat at the table, but he's
That's
not,
it,
right?
and that's
So-
all it is.
So
But
I'll say that rather than low at the totem pole, but he's
Yeah.
the seat at the table, but he's not making the decision.
nah, because it come down to the NFL, and then like basically the city. And we're not talking about city like people like us making the decision.
Yeah,
City council.
yeah, we know.
So it's just like if they don't agree with Wayne doing it, bro, look at people who run your city. Be mad at them.
And they kept saying Wayne don't have like the commercial songs for the Super Bowl.
Yes, he
Do
do.
y'all agree?
No, he got the
He got
The commercial songs, but the nigga is on lean
You can
or
sing,
whatever.
You can sing Lollipop at the Super Bowl. Lick me
Man,
like
you
a
can sing whatever
lollipop.
you want.
No, but he got other Jones. He got other Jones besides that. But if Shakira and them can be shaking hips and my hips don't lie, he can do the lollipop Jones. You got, but I don't think that's really it. Like again, he's just not entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
He's not entertaining, and he's like. Are we gonna act like Lil Wayne? Not he don't be like the whole high thing. There's a reason that he used to get seizures.
Yeah.
Right? So you want him to hold his cup with the lean in it while he rapping and talking about
in front of millions and
I'm not saying that's the
millions.
thing. Like it's about the message you're gonna be pushing, right? You put Kendrick up there, right? Kendrick not gonna be up there on that, right? His music don't really present that light, right? And then
Black
you got,
History Month too.
yeah, right. Come on, Black History Month. You gotta put Kendrick up there because we gonna be all right. It's definitely getting played,
Right.
for sure. Like you know what I mean. So it's just certain things. And do you really want the person representing your people in hip hop when we get an all hip hop artist to be up there, like he's saying, oh wait, lean in his cup, weed in his hand? It's like, what message are you sending? Like, is this what hip hop stands for? Right? Or do you want the person that's giving hip hop a really good light? He #1 in a bunch of countries right now, and everybody, more people are gonna know they not like us than they do Lollipop at this point in America.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right? So it's like in America and wherever else they watching. And it's about growing the audience. They want the Super Bowl numbers to go up every year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like 2 Super Bowls ago, like less people watched than like the World Series or something like that. And that's never happened. You know what I mean? So it's like you gotta look at what's gonna grow my business, what's gonna get our bottom dollar to be a real top dollar. Like, you know what I mean? So that's what it really comes down to. And as a business move, and whether Hov like Wayne or not, he got to think about what's going to keep my job safe and keep me, you know what I mean, keep them understanding like I got the pool to get whoever I want and whenever I want, and we can make this happen. And we both happy business. I'll be your friend after the Super Bowl's over. You know what I mean? Like, so
For it to be a struggle to have black coaches, to have him being in that corporate world, even though he might not be the CEO of the NFL, but for him to just be at the seat at the table, that's major, bro.
Yo, can
Bro,
you,
people was killing him for having a seat at the table.
Yeah, like
It's like what exactly y'all want change.
not satisfied.
Y'all don't have the foresight to see how the change takes place.
they're not patient.
And when the change is happening, y'all have an issue. Like I never understand that, bro. I don't understand
They not
that.
patient.
I think it's all a dog and pony show, but for the dog and pony show that they put on, it's like, all right, I get it. I'm not really. I think for me, it's just a little bit. It's a little bit like I'm trying to think of a way to say this that's suitable for y'all podcast. You understand what I'm saying?
Say how you
It's
say it,
authentic,
bro.
baby.
Too much for us to get canceled.
We get
Say how you say it.
I will say this: Lil Wayne is one of the greatest rappers ever. I just don't think this is the
time for it.
not even a time for it. It could be a time for it because here's another thing: the Super Bowl was in New Orleans in 2013,
Hey,
right?
you can do it then.
He was super hot.
And he was hot in 2013. He was in his run. And while he was in his run, they didn't pick you. And you didn't come on Instagram talking about how broken you are. Like what are you doing? You're supposed to just come on and salute that man and then move on. But I
He
think
looked high doing that apology. You know? And you
I
trust you?
I'm not really that big into them those type of things. Especially like the Super Bowl, because the NFL is a corporation, NBA as a corporation, and all them sports things I think is like it's really detrimental to us as a people. But it's entertainment. I'll check it out. I'll
And
watch
50
it.
just said it in the interview with the lady, but he was like, "You gotta pay for that. Like artists don't get paid for that.
The Super Bowl.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
artists you gotta pay
But
because
think about everything that comes after that, though. You got sponsorships. You got a hit song that's coming out. You can push that. Like, why you think Usher? Like they said, I don't know if it's true or not, but they were saying like they was building that for years for Usher. That's why he got the residency in Vegas because
Right.
he performed in Vegas.
Right.
They built that up, for that moment, and he had an album that came out right after that and different things of that nature. So it's a lot of stuff that comes on the back end. That's why they don't have to pay you because you still get the bread. Think about the commercials they use while you in that joint, and your songs and stuff like that. So it's a lot of sponsorship stuff that come after that where it'll be worth it, So
Yeah, I just think sports on the whole. I just had my views on that. You know what I'm saying? Like not to go to like super submarine billionaire implode deep on y'all, but like when you look at other people's like military, right? Or their militias, and you see the guys. You ever see the stature of a state trooper? How they look to you?
like they just be like super firm.
Like,
It's like
Buzz cut.
let's cut.
they be husky, right?
They be tall. They be
Tall, strong,
little
all
muscular,
that.
yeah.
Right. So
Confederate flag.
even them Confederate flags, the militia guys, you ever see how they look? Right? So if something was to break out in this country, we behind enemy lands, right? We behind enemy lines. Who's the warriors that's on the front line for the black people, right? You know where they at? In the NBA. They on the football field. Can you imagine a nigga Shaq size, 7'1", 300 pounds, in a uniform, like a fighting uniform? A nigga like LeBron, 6'8", 270, coming to stand in front line to defend your house. When these people marching down with these swastikas and all this, and we about to take this over, but you got niggas like Derrick Henry and all of that on the front. This is a guy that's 250, running like a 4.5 and all of that. All of these physical specimens, they dumb them down, and then they take their mind off of protecting their people and standing up for their people, and they put their minds on games. So now when something happened, like they gun down your child in the middle of the street, and they tell you, don't act a fool, you better fucking march. That's it. That's stuff that's an act of war. You understand what I'm saying? It's certain things that people supposed to die for. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. There's certain things that people are supposed to die for. They shoot your kid down, and then he was unarmed. He didn't obey the command like what they did to Tyreek Hill. There's no law against that. You come to me, I give you my license for this thing. I can roll my window back up. I don't have to roll my window down. That's not the law. Right. You felt so entitled to bang on my car window. This car costs $250,000. I can tell you don't bang on my car. Like, what are you doing? Now you taking me out the car. The violation is what the violation is. What is the punishment for me going 60 in a 45? Write my ticket and let me get the fuck out of here. All of that pulling me out by my neck, laying me on the ground, and da. Now they feel comfortable doing this stuff to our people, and you docile. You afraid. You really got people in the comments with Tyreek Hill. All you had to do is just agree with him. Oh my God. Just agree and then keep it moving.
Shannon
So
Sharp.
right. So what I'm saying is they got our people that afraid. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why you're not really gonna stand on business when you see something crazy. Like even with the national anthem, right? They made a bigger deal about that. We only have one national anthem. You know what I say? All right, great. You got one national anthem. So then play the whole anthem. Don't cut the third verse off.
Yeah.
Play the third verse too. Since it's one national anthem, play the whole national anthem. Play it from start to finish. Play the last verse when it's talking about you being a slave and what you do to slaves and when you catch them and kill them and all of that. That's the original national anthem. So just play it. Play it all the way through.
You don't want to do that.
You understand what I'm saying? So I when I see people playing sports, I can get a little entertainment from it, but then I know what it's about. You understand what I'm saying? I know why they do this. I know why these leagues be like 70% black, 80% black. Of course, we better at it than them, but it also takes away all of the warriors out of our community. And now what you got? You got a bunch of niggas that want to rap. You got a bunch of niggas that want to stand on the corner. It ain't about, you know what I mean? So it's by design. And they'll placate, they'll give you a bone because anytime they feel like you're about to revolt or something like that, they gotta throw you a little bone to chill you out. Yeah, come on, man. Let's get these niggas Jay-Z, man. Let them let them niggas jump up on the stage for a couple Super Bowls and chill out, man, because we don't need this to get too. So that's the way I look at it, man. I don't really get too excited about that kind of stuff. I'll chime in on it, but that shit weird, bro.
I had this conversation before, speaking on like with the somebody killing a child in the street, right?
Yeah.
So I was having this conversation with somebody older, probably like a few years ago, about a double standard to stuff. Somebody brought up to me about like wars, like what makes us go to war, our country go to war, or other countries go to war, right? And so I'm like, so they was like saying like, they can crash a plane into the building. It was talking about 9/11, right? They could crash a plane into the building, or they could blow up Pearl Harbor. They be ready to go to war, and some people do get took from out their families, had to go fight a war that ain't got nothing to do with them. Mm-hmm. But then they say, the guy was saying like, but if my son get killed in the street, they want me to just depend on them. I can't react, but they can react if they blow up a building. He was like, I feel like it's a double standard. He said, I can go to jail for the rest of my life, but you can get a medal for going over there blowing up people that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But I can't react.
In other countries, people understand that's an act of war. Mm-hmm. Right? So back when Israel had bombed Syria and all of that, that was like, because 4 Israeli little campers got snatched up over there by the border. They killed a couple of them or whatever. Mm-hmm. They went right to bomb they went right to bomb them. People understand that. People understand. I don't even know as a man how somebody can kill your child. And as a man, you gonna sit there. You gotta sit there and we gonna wait for the system to deal with this. Somebody's supposed to die, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Either somebody's supposed to die or you supposed to die. Like, it can't be that way. You know what I mean? You know how much of a bitch you gotta be that you gotta turn into. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm keeping it being with you. You know how much the level of bitch assness that you gotta reach. That's a supreme level of sucker that you gotta just like. I'm about to be the MVB, the most valuable bitch out here,
Right.
because for you to see your child, you understand? We all fathers in here,
Everybody,
right?
everybody.
You seen your child come out the womb, you hug your child, you have all these emotions with your child and all that, and your child ain't no knucklehead. Out there one day and in the street, he go to sleep or this, that, and the third in the car. Somebody come up on the side to wake him up, and this is a cop, scary ass, shoot him. Boom, 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 boom. And then in 40 days, death duty, come out, he's scot free. Yeah, guess what? Don't even worry about trial. He dying.
Right.
Or his mom dying, or somebody I deal with life in jail, whatever come with it. Somebody got to die about this.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You're not gonna walk scot-free. It gotta happen like that.
And that's why I respect, I watch a lot of the documentaries and shows like with the Italians and how like even like the Black Mafia did back in the day. Cops or not, you kill my child, that's cool. Go ahead. All right, I'm a mourn this pain, do the funeral, but somebody in your family dying. You know what I'm saying? I respected that. You know what I'm saying? They live by laws where it's like I'm going to die regardless. So shit. And I respect that. Like even because I was thinking about with Gilly's situation. Like I'm not in it. I don't really know too much about it, so I can't really speak on it 100%. But it's just to watch that man do an interview and really be like, Rogan, I'm like, man, somebody had to die behind that, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean,
Somebody got to die behind that.
I think because I don't really advocate like people going out getting revenge. I'm saying like there has to be a deterrent
Right.
of making people think twice about just taking. And I'm talking about civil servants.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about shit that happened in the street. That shit happened in the street. It happens. Guess what? Is a method there for it to be dealt with. You understand what I'm saying? Because guess what? If your son out in the street and somebody out in the street or whatever, and somebody kill him, there's a process. You know what I'm saying? That child, that other person is not getting no 40 days death duty or nothing like that.
Right.
I think that's a different situation. I'm talking about systematic extermination of your peoples.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be a deterrent. Somebody got to say, you know what? We can't do this. You feel me? We can't do this. If we do this, this is what this is gonna lead to.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck, bro. They be like, them niggas ain't gonna do shit, bro. We take the little bastard and ain't nothing gonna happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's dead.
Then they just let the cops go for the girl killing. What's her name? Brianna.
Yeah, but what about the girl? What about the lady who was in the house? She called the police. She go around to deal with the hot water, but then she put it down and put her hands up. Sorry, nigga shot her right in the eye, in the head, bam. They gonna say, listen, don't get no medical kit, man. She already gone. Then made up a lie. She was gonna all that shit is on camera now.
Shit crazy.
You mean to tell me that's my mother? I see you do that to my mother, and they about to say, and then they send you home. Oh, he was justified. Okay, cool. He was justified. He was justified. Now I'm justified. You tripping. So, I mean, I just think, man, it's just we just in a weird space here, man. This shit, yeah, I mean, it is how it is, but
So because we're talking about kids and all that, right?
yeah,
We all fathers in here. You've been a father longer than all of us.
right.
What's like one of the most important like lessons you learned being a father, or like that you would give to somebody else as a father?
I feel like you gotta understand your job as a father, right? I think you gotta understand your job as a parent, and I'm heavy spiritual boy. I'm a heavy faith-based boy. I don't believe that your kids are yours. I think these are spirits that God loaned you. He put them in your care. He gave you an angel, and he expecting to get an angel back.
Okay.
Right? So it's your job to put them on the right path and teach them all of the lessons. So when it's time for them to meet God, they the way that he was when he gave them to you.
Right.
So when he gave you that child, you had a pure, innocent child. He want to see a pure human being come back. He don't want to see somebody come back talking about get it sexy. Use what you want to get what you got. That's not what he expecting back. You understand what I'm saying? He not expecting somebody that's gonna come back talking about they smoking on such and such.
Right.
So, as a parent, it's your job to steer your child right, guide them the right way that they're supposed to go until they're adults. And then they responsible for what it is that they do at that point. Okay. But it was your job to instill the things in them while they was in your care. You was entrusted with them. And if you don't, you're going to pay for it. So if they turn out to be a piece of shit because you raised them to be a piece of shit, they're going to pay for being a piece of shit, and so will you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
yeah, man. I think people get too caught up into people really get caught up into like society, how they supposed to raise their kids. You know what I'm saying? People be raising their kids. Listen, I even though we sitting on one right now, it's too many think pieces, man. Too many podcasts. Right. Too many niggas be sitting behind these mics. Right. With no qualifications or nothing, but they make it sound good, and that reel look good. They done drop something crazy in the reel, and everybody be in that J like, oh, that's the I ain't dropping it. I gotta go take that home and apply that. That nigga ain't got no kids at all.
Right. That's a fact.
He not speaking. He not speaking from a point of a person with knowledge. He's speaking of somebody who trying to make a real pop.
Yep, right.
That's it, bro. That a lot of this stuff that people talk about raising kids is not even based in reality, bro.
Yeah.
It's just not based in reality. There's a lot of troubles that you're gonna have to go through when you raising a child, bro.
For sure.
But you can't give up. And you gotta trust the work that you put in. You know what I'm saying? You got some people that wait too late to teach lessons to kids. Man, my kids be getting taught while they in the womb. When my wife pregnant, we taught. A lot of the environment that goes on outside of the womb, the kid is, the baby is still observant. You understand what I'm saying? They can hear, they can, even the stress that you put on the mother, that's transferable.
Yep.
So that process even start when the child is in the womb. So you just don't wait until the kid get 13, 14 years old and I want to step in and be the man. And you shut the fuck up.
Right.
You cook, bro. That kid about to write a diss rap, bro. You a op, bro. How you gonna pop up now? He did struggle. He about to
go crazy.
This nigga ain't my father. Biological wasn't bothered with whatever Shaq said about Phil, bro. You about to get dissed, bro. You tripping. I hate deadbeats, man. Ain't nothing worse than a deadbeat. Nigga that's a deadbeat, bro. You should be neutered, cuz.
Oh, really? I don't get it. Like how, bro, the kids are blessings, man. Like I love every bit of being a father, bro.
Niggas be tender dick, bro. That's what it be. Niggas be having problems with the baby mom, bro. And they let the baby mom, whatever going on with you and the baby mom now, you don't want to come around and all that. You selfish. You's a selfish bastard, bro. You go through that with your baby mom. Now all of a sudden you don't want to be in the kid life. You doing stuff out of spite. Come on, bro. You know that kid. Why you trying to come pick that child up at 11 at night, bro? You know that baby sleep. You just trying to come by there and see what they getting is. You know what I mean?
Right.
Doing whatever he doing with your baby mom. Leave that alone, bro. It's over. Just go parent at this point. I hate deadbeats, man. Deadbeats is the worst niggas ever. Real, bro.
Somebody said like deadbeats, man. They in the same level was rats and faggots. I'm like, so all them niggas collide together.
Yeah, deadbeats, rats, all them niggas is crazy, bro.
Yo.
Man, faggots is delusional, but rats.
Maybe not that one. Maybe not that one.
No.
We're gonna have like 8-10 drops.
Yo.
This week gonna be crazy.
It's hilarious. But so all right, so this is my last one. H, I don't know, but this is my last one because we talk now. Basil, now H, now that Basil in here, you might not be top 4 in the room hooping. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bro. Especially a shooter. Basil a shooter. Basil a shooter. I might be look. Hey H, this how much H. This H.
Don't look at me.
H. This how much respect I got. This how much respect. Listen. This how
horrible?
Hold up. This how much respect I got. I might be second best shooter in the room since Basil here. I might be second best shooter in the room since Basil here. I'm number 1. You not here, Basil. No debate.
That's what's up. So I played in college. I
Basil.
played all that.
To his mind, he's number 1. But
I seen Mav shoot though.
I'm about to say Harry know he can't outshoot me. If we look at episode 1,
I seen Mav shoot though. Mav a shooter. Mav really shoot.
he got to shoot 1,000.
Yo, this nigga, bro. Yo, are you kidding? Yo, that's crazy.
So, but wait, he put you at 4th best, and there's only 4 people in the room.
He know he not better. He not better than me and Boy.
Listen, all around, I'll take that I'm not better than everybody in here. Jonesy, he don't really play no more or whatever. But all people call me for is to shoot. When it comes to shooting, I'm not losing to nobody in here.
I don't really play no more, bro. I'm at this age. I gotta go undefeated. Like I can't deal with no more injuries. No, I ain't got to rehab in me no more. Like I'm in the start of the 3rd quarter, right? So I don't have no more. I don't have that luxury. The last time I hoop, this scar right here, that's surgery scar. That's from 2019. I tore ligaments in my wrist, dislocated. I had to get cut here, cut there. Dang. I said, you know what? I was down for damn near a year.
I remember when you had that joint.
So, no, I ain't going out there. That shit over.
So
I ain't going out there and playing.
So what I was asking is your top 5 of all time.
Basketball, NBA?
All time.
Mike.
All right, good. Jonesy can chill now. So,
you see,
Wait to hear one more name. One more. I just need to hear one more name.
LeBron, he fucking lost his shit.
Oh yeah, Mike.
would have been over.
Yeah, Mike, Brian, Kareem, Magic, and Duncan.
Magic in there. Yo, we had a nigga up here tell me Magic is the Ben Simmons of that era.
What?
Nigga, I said Magic is my number 1. If you don't got HIV, we not having no Mike and Brian conversation. Nigga told me
What?
Magic Johnson is the Ben Simmons of his era. That's what he told me.
I think both of y'all crazy. I think that Magic, Ben Simmons, John, and if Magic don't get AIDS, it ain't no Mike.
No, not ain't no Mike. But I think Magic is the greatest player of all time. To me. With 5 chips before HIV? Come on, bro.
Hold on.
I don't even think he really had HIV.
Hold up.
I'm gonna be completely honest with
Let
you.
me
Oh, now we
say, no.
I believe conspiracy podcast.
He definitely had a house in Virginia. But this is what I'm gonna tell you. so this was, but this the Magic thing. This is why Magic is one of the greatest winners ever. Like with Bill Russell and all that. People don't understand that Magic Johnson went to the conference finals every year of his career. That's insane, bro. He went to the conference finals every year of his career. He been to the championship 9 times.
He played for like 12 seasons and been 9 times.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
The times that he ain't go to the chip is when Houston went twice. Houston went in like I want to say Houston went in 81. Yeah, Houston went in 81. Then they went again in like 85. Then Portland went in like 90. Something like that. Whenever they lost to the Pistons. Them the only times Magic didn't go to the finals.
Right.
But he was in the
Conference
finals. Like, bro, that's insane, bro. Magic won at every level. Not to mention, I think he got 3 MVPs, something like that. So, Magic is the top 5 all-time player. He's the greatest Laker to ever play. I don't think.
Josie about to.
I don't think.
with the Shannon Sharp grunt.
I don't think.
That's my Michelle.
I don't think Kareem is the greatest Laker because I think Kareem is higher all time, but a lot of his Bucks work contributes to that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as straight Laker, Magic is the greatest Laker ever, bro. Magic is the greatest
Boy,
Laker.
Jonesy talk that Kobe talk.
You personally.
Kobe is a borderline top 10 all time player. I mean, he get a lot of you know what people do a lot of times? This is why when somebody die, unfortunately, what you gotta do is you gotta go back to the conversation before they died.
Right.
And then go with that. Because after somebody died, it's like a lot of sentimental value get added onto it. Then you got a certain level of appreciation that people might have.
Right.
Kobe, some people got him, like for me, as going in basketball, he's in that second half of that top 10, maybe-ish. Like I got Steph over Kobe.
Oh man.
How can you not have Steph over Kobe?
I've never
How
had
can
this
you
conversation.
have Steph over Kobe?
I've never had this conversation, but that
Huh?
actually might be.
How can you have Steph over?
How
Kobe?
can you not? Like, what measurement are we going by?
We going by domination on both sides of the floor. Steph can't defend. As a matter of fact, some of the finals that they lost was literally because everybody was hunting Steph out. Steph couldn't guard his position.
The finals that they lost, right? They lost to Bron and them,
And Kawhi.
and they lost to Kawhi,
And he was-
right?
and he was
So
about
they
to
lost to Kawhi and them when they second and third, may have arguably been their 1A player and their number 2 player went down, right? So that wasn't about Steph getting hunted. The other series when they lost to Bron, like if Draymond's not suspended, that series over that game.
I agree.
Right. So that's not about Steph getting hunted. He got hunted out that one game when Kyrie was on one. So we can kill that narrative, right? But when you talk about dominance on both ends of the ball, Steph is so much more dominant on offense than Kobe ever was. His impact on offense was way greater than where Kobe was at. Just him being on the court, I don't think people understand this, right? It's hard to guard an NBA player, right? But this is what people don't understand. If you have to pick up a player and start defense at half court, the entire other 50 by 50 that's out there left for these professional players to play with is literally impossible to guard. So that's the gravity when Steph is on the court. Once he steps on the court, the attention automatically opens up the entire offense. It's free flowing. It's like you trying to chase these guys. The only chance that you got to beat that is if somebody go cold. You praying that they miss. Steph changed the entire game. At the end of the day, threes is more than twos. You can shoot 50%. You can shoot 50% from the floor, right? In your twos. I'm shooting 40 from 3. I can shoot 40% from 3. I'm gonna beat you.
Facts.
That's a fact.
So, and you dealing with somebody that's shooting that high clip, but it's high volume. Right. So it's not like a low volume 40. No, he's shooting 10 to 15 of them joints.
Threes a night.
And then it's like you paying so much attention to him. He running all around these screens and all of that. He opening up so much for other people.
That alone take everything out you, bro.
His impact is just more. His impact is just more than Kobe's. Kobe. Let's keep it a beam, bro. Kobe was a bad shot taker. Bad shot taker.
I disagree with that, bro.
Oh, man.
And I'm gonna tell you why I disagree. I'm gonna tell you. Listen. And Dolly been calling me 3-way with my man Rel, whatever, right? I'm gonna tell you why I disagree with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some shots are bad. Like that Dirk Nowitzki shot is a bad shot for Jason Kidd. But that Dirk Nowitzki shot is a Dirk Nowitzki shot. Kobe worked on these shots. He worked on these shots. He worked on being zoned into And you look at it like this, right? You said something about the conversation before he died. The conversation before he died, you got people like KD, you got people like Kobe got a lot of babies in the league. You got people like KD, you got people like Kawhi Leonard, you got people like DeMar DeRozan who had issues with the way the NBA was treating Kobe on his way out the door. Like, he's a high volume shooter, so most high volume shooters like Iverson, you're not looking for them to be 50%. But at the same time, it takes a lot to put up 28, 30 shots a game. You know what I mean? Everybody can't do that. So you look into Iverson to shoot like 44, 46%. Kobe had 60 on his last game, and he shot like 46%. And everybody was like, oh, but look at the shots. That's a high volume shooter,
He wasn't
bro.
really guarding them.
You got your KD. They wasn't really guarding him. Oh, Jesus.
No, listen, I don't care. I'm not talking about old Kobe. He was at the end of his career. This was after the Achilles. I don't care about that.
Talking about prime Kobe.
I'm looking at Kobe in his prime, right? That 07, when he was running around there with them guys, he was gunning. All right. When Phil came back and put him with Powell, they was running that triangle and all that. He was decent at that point in time. He was arguably the best in the league at that time. That was a short span of time. When he was with Shaq, he was not the best player on the Lakers. Shaq was. Shaq was the best player. Shaq was the dominant force. This is why Shaq got 3 Finals MVPs.
I'm gonna say so Jonesy, in that era, you feel
I always felt like Kobe was the
but
better
listen,
player.
in that era,
Always.
in that
He wasn't
era,
even the best 2 guard in the league.
in that era,
He ain't gotta be. He was the best player
but on the
that
Lakers,
team.
listen, so on the Lakers in that era,
Yeah, let's
if
talk
you
about it.
take Kobe out and then you take Shaq out, which team wins more?
Well, we could talk about what actually happened because they took Shaq out,
No, and not
and Shaq won more.
Shaq wasn't in his prime. When he
Shaq
got
didn't
out.
win more.
Shaq wasn't in his prime. When he
Shaq didn't do who?
Shaq was in his prime when he played. Bro, Shaq was in the best shape of his life when he played against Kareem. When he played against Hakeem.
No, he
We
wasn't.
talking
Bro.
about. No, we talking about.
Ho.
We talking about that
That-
07.
Bro,
Hold on. That 07.
No.
Hear what I said. I
No,
said
no.
Shaq was in the best shape of his life.
All right, listen.
Shaq was fat and overweight when he was in LA.
What are we doing?
And he was just bigger than everybody. He was just bigger than everybody,
Shaq
bro.
was in his 3rd year in the league when he went against prime Hakeem Olajuwon.
I didn't say, listen to what I said again. I said he was in the best shape-wise.
You don't know the game. You can be in the best shape, but if you don't know the game, you still a pup. Jordan was in his best shape when he was running around in 1987, winning the defense, 88, winning the defensive player and MVP.
That's a good point.
So now,
No, because you just said he was in a 3rd year of his career, right?
yeah,
So was Dwayne Wade when he carried Shaq.
he didn't carry Shaq. He carried Shaq.
He averaged almost 40 points that
In the
series, bro.
series.
I'm talking about in the finals. I'm
That's-
talking about the finals.
but that's a series.
But
That's
still look
one
what Shaq-
series.
Still look what Shaq averaged and look at his impact on the floor.
He didn't average. I don't even think Shaq
No,
averaged 20 that
but that's
series.
he did average
the
20,
Google?
but that's one
his impact.
series.
Yeah.
They not even in the championship without Shaq carrying.
Trust me, I know.
Shaq carried. But we talking about how we talking about Dwayne Wade though? We talking about Shaq and Kobe.
Shaq never carried nothing.
All right, answer-
What didn't?
answer this question.
And I'm gonna tell you. I don't know. Oh, let me say this real quick. Let me say this real quick because I'm a super Kobe fan, right?
Yeah, I see.
They had Hack and Shaq, right?
Right.
Shaq couldn't shoot free throws.
He made it when it counted.
You can't make them when they counted if you shoot less than 50%.
No. He made it when when they tried that in the finals, he was knocking them down at the end of the game. That's when it count.
Giannis did it.
Huh?
Giannis did it and won a chip by
What
doing
year
it.
was that when him? That was his first year in Miami when they
Bro.
won the chip. 04, 05?
What first year?
He averaged 23. 23, 4 and 3.
What?
No, my fault. 23 points.
Who you looking at?
10 rebounds and 3 assists.
Do that
What?
championship
Shaq
series.
in that season.
And that's
23 and
champion-
10.
No.
23,
What did
23
he
and 10.
average in the finals?
Oh,
In 06.
Give me a second.
Can I ask you a
Continue to
question
talk.
of why he looked that up?
What?
If the Lakers don't have Shaq against AI, you think the Lakers win that series?
If they don't have Shaq against AI, the Sixers was trash, bro. They was trash.
So you
AI was
That team was trash.
them niggas, bro.
They was a one-man band.
you were like 14
They was
and
a
0 that
one-man
season.
band.
Do you think Kobe? You think Kobe could win that series?
By himself.
Why everybody gotta do something by themselves?
With Derek
no.
Fisher,
Bro,
Robert Ory.
This is
Kai
bro. This is
Cause
my
y'all
whole
were
thing,
trash
right?
too without Shaq. Y'all were just like us.
How was we trash?
The same caliber players.
The Lakers had another life without Shaq. Shaq had a life without Kobe.
No,
Without Shaq, y'all had a drought.
Oh, wait a second.
Kobe wanted to leave.
Wait.
What do you mean?
Wait.
Y'all had a drought.
Hold up. This
Until
life
they
without
broke people.
Shaq, you had a Hall of Famer, arguably the best big at that time outside of maybe Duncan in the
He
league.
was the best big at that time.
At Pau Gasol?
Pau Gasol was a one-time All-Star at that time, and he never.
No. Once he got with Phil Jackson.
But that's what I'm saying. We talking about what he became when he got with the Lakers. But prior to that,
He didn't become
Prior to that, Al Jefferson was better than him. Kevin Garnett was better than him. Tim Duncan was better than him. Chris Bosh was better than him.
No.
Listen, I'm telling you, in 2007, 2008, when we got, in 2007, 2008, when we got Pau Gasol, I told people we going to the chip, and everybody was like, "You crazy? He not enough."
Hey,
and it's that,
hey, man,
bro, he wasn't better
You
than
do
none
me
of
a
them.
favor. Look up
wasn't
the
better than-
all NBA teams for
Powell was tough in Memphis.
with
Whole year.
09 and 10.
Powell was tough in Memphis. I ain't
All
say
NBA?
I wouldn't put him
All
better than
NBA.
KG, but he was
But
tough in Memphis.
that's that thing you was talking about before when you said after the fact. You can't look at it in 09, 010. You got
That's when they won the championship.
Yeah, but you got to look at what Pau Gasol was before they got him.
No, before they got him, he was young.
he
you-
wasn't that young.
Yes, he was.
He only been in the league.
He only been in the year at that. No, he was there for 3. He was there 3 years before he got traded.
I don't know about that.
Paul ain't
Yeah.
been in the league since like the 90s.
Powell,
Not the 90s, but he got traded in 07.
Powell was in the 04 draft.
Like 4 years.
He was in the 04 draft. Brian and them was 03. Powell and them was 04.
All NBA 2009, 2010. First team: KD, LeBron, Dwight Howard, Kobe, D Wade. Second team: Melo, Dirk, Amari Stoudemire, Steve Nash, Darren Williams. Third team: Tim Duncan, Pau Gasol, Andrew Bogut, Joe Johnson, Brandon Roy.
Damn,
With-
that's a yo.
with Tim Duncan.
So we
That
talking about
15
13
people. That's
we talking about
solid.
13.
That's what year was that?
09, 010.
That's
I mean,
And
09,
that
2010.
and that's
Now,
that's,
now, give
that's
me
the year
08,
he won
09.
the second chip.
08, 09. So 08, 09, first team: Dirk, LeBron, Dwight, Kobe, Wade. Same thing. Tim Duncan. Second team: Tim Duncan, Pierce, Ming, Chris Paul, Brandon Roy. Third team: Melo, Pau Gasol, Shaq, Chauncey Billups, Tony Parker.
the man was all
To
NBA.
still make all NBA is still hard, bro.
Bro,
Especially with Hall of-
At that time.
No, you got to remember this.
At that time.
All NBA was not the same as it is now, where it's the top 5 players. He's competing against Bron.
Right.
He's competing against KD. These are forwards.
Right.
So he's a forward competing against arguably some of the greatest players that ever played. Them guys that you was mentioning, Bosh, he ain't competing with none of them.
At all.
Al Jefferson,
Al
where was
He
Al
ain't
Jefferson
at
mentioned
all.
that?
He
Come
hit you
on,
with
cut
facts,
it
D.
out.
It's
He
way-
hit you with facts, D.
I ain't gonna lie.
He hit you with facts. He ain't dolly just yelling.
It was
He hit you with facts.
let me say this.
He hit you with
It was
facts.
way more during that time. That from 07 to 2012. You know how hard it was to make an All NBA team, even the third one. Look who Brandon Roy. Look, we don't even think about Brandon Roy these days. He
Roy
made
was
the
tough,
All
bro.
NBA
If it wasn't for his
team.
knees,
Bro,
I'm
the
telling
point
you.
that I was making, I never made the point like he wasn't good. I'm saying prior to him getting with the Lakers, show me an All NBA team he made prior to.
But what I'm saying is,
Go to
but
Powell,
can I say this though? But Shaq left. Why are we not talking about as soon as he left? What happened with the Lakers before Powell and them came? It was a drought. Shaq left and became successful. Still, when he left, so that right there proves what he's saying.
Bro,
that
Shaq left and he went to
The way
he went-
you
bro,
can't say the way was
bro,
the.
he went
Come on,
from
bro.
Penny to Kobe to Wade. He went from Penny to Kobe to Wade, bro.
No, he didn't go from Penny to Kobe to Wade, bro. Kobe was when Shaq got to
was
LA.
Co- it
Kobe
was
was Wade wasn't there. I mean, Kobe wasn't there.
Bro, when Shaq signed with LA, they was telling him that Kobe was on the way.
Kobe was on the way.
Bro, what are you talking about? They played
And Kobe went
they played the
and
first
Kobe
year
and
together.
Kobe went right to the bench. Eddie Jones was starting.
Yep.
It was Shaq's.
He did.
It was
What,
Shaq's.
bro, what do that matter?
And you
Like,
saying Shaq went to Kobe? No, Kobe just got
bro,
developed.
I didn't say he went to Kobe. I said he went from. So he played with Penny, then he played with Kobe, and he played with Wade.
All right, so
Shaq playing with Gasol
All
was a
honors.
Kobe playing with Gasol was a downgrade.
All right.
before we
Go
skip
ahead.
crazy, because we going bouncing around. Shaq averaged 18 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists in 23 games in 2006 playoffs to win his 4th NBA championship.
That's a good job.
And what did Wade average? Because all I said was look at what he averaged in the finals. I'm saying he carried them in the finals. Nobody saying he ain't pulled his way through the season, but Wade averaged
You
damn
get
near
you
40
can't
in the finals.
You can't. Of course, in the finals he had a good series. You cannot compare a series to the season.
Wade averaged 28, 6, and 6 in that playoff run.
Okay, what he averaged in the finals? That's all I
He averaged
said.
36 in the finals. He averaged 36 in the finals.
The point is that you said that Wade carried Shaq. You're not getting to the finals without Shaq doing the heavy lifting all the way up through. Somebody's gonna have a good series.
He averaged 34, 8, and 4.
Guess what? All right, how about this? Since your argument is all finals, right? And you're trying to use this point about Shaq being carried by Wade because of that one series. Now go back and look at the three-peat of the Lakers with Shaq, and I guarantee you that all of his numbers is way better than Kobe's. This is why he was the MVP.
Hold on.
Bro.
0-1
I get-
finals.
hold up.
0-1 finals.
Hold on.
Shaq
Hold on.
averaged 33, 16, and 5.
Bro,
No, this is your argument though.
that's not my
It is.
my argument. It's
Wait.
not-
Your argument is that Wade carried Shaq, right?
In the finals.
Yeah, in the finals. That's
Right,
it.
No,
in the
but
finals.
hold on. No, you
Leave
said
it there.
No, what you
I'm
no,
not saying. I'm saying he carried them in the finals.
No, you said what you said was when you making the point that Shaq had to get carried by people. He got carried by Kobe. He got carried by Wade. You said
bro, I never said he.
when
got
y'all
carried
go
by
back and
Wade.
watch this tape, I guarantee you
never
what he
said-
said was
if
Wade carried
Wade
Shaq in the
carried Shaq
finals.
You didn't say
I
that.
said Wade carried Shaq in the finals.
Yeah.
So if Wade carried Shaq
But
in
he
the
just said
finals,
a whole lot more than that.
No.
He
All
said-
right, cool. Go ahead. I'll give you that. So if Wade carried Shaq in the finals, based off of your argument, Wade had a better finals, right? What you're gonna find out is that same argument, Shaq carried Kobe. In those 3 finals, Shaq outperformed Kobe each and every last one by a lot, not a little bit, by a lot. 38 points, 33 points.
33 and 16 is
33 and 16, and the Finals MVP. There's a reason that he's a 3-time Finals MVP.
24, 8, and 6.
Oh wow! Now that's called the carry.
You want
That's 10 more points.
Dave, you can't. Let me break it down to you. I'm gonna break it down to you, right?
Yo.
How many?
When the three
How
P
many
start?
final?
2000,
How many
2001?
final MVPs do Steph have?
He got one.
Even when KD was there, who was the best player on the court?
No, when KD was there,
I-
KD was the best player on
Can
the
I,
court.
all right, wait,
So this is
wait,
this is
let
my
me
whole thing.
wait, before you finish. Let me. I had an argument for the.
Ladies, y'all can turn it off at this point.
I had an argument for the 2018 finals. I said I thought Steph should have been Finals MVP. I felt like that should have been that, but I feel like the carryover from the year prior with KD gave him that one. I felt like Steph won Finals MVP in 2018, but hey,
Man, Iggy ain't supposed to have no motherfucking in Finals MVP. Let's just call it what it is.
too.
Bro,
Yeah, that's
listen.
crazy too.
And this is all I'm gonna say.
He
right?
held the nigga to
Because-
100 points and 9 rebounds and 9 assists.
bro. We watched. But he shot like 30-something%.
Who?
Brian, he shot
He
like
still
30
averaged
something.
triple-double, though.
I don't care what you shot like 30-something.
His second best player was Matthew Dellavedova.
Yeah, but everybody was posting Delly like belly when they was up 2-1. They was up 2-1 with game 4 at the crib. And y'all got beat by a dub.
All right.
Nobody want to hear that.
You
But we
just-
all know
but-
Brian is
but-
not
Take the L.
he's not a
Brian
good
is a
scorer, but
sucker.
he got a high volume.
Brian is a sucker. Let's just leave that there. He a sucker. He gonna do something like he gonna make the best play by giving the ball to somebody that been frozen all game, and he shouldn't even have the ball in that part of the game. And it's like he made the best play. No, you didn't make the best play because you got 50. You got the high hand. Why are you passing to this dude? Why?
Dave
But
getting
let's get
cooked.
back to this Kobe point, right? Because we all watch Kobe and Shaq. Listen,
Drowning.
we all watch Kobe and Shaq sit in front of each other. And
Dave was
Kobe
staying
said,
calm. That's
I
what-
was mad as hell because if you would have worked out and actually worked on whatever and this, that, and the third in condition, Shaq was like, we would have had 10 championships. So guess what? When Shaq was coming back from the offseason fat and out of shape and playing himself back into shape, Kobe was keeping everything afloat. He was keeping everything afloat. So when you look at the finals, look at that year and look at what Kobe was averaging through them seasons, right? So when it came time for Shaq, like, yo, whatever, is either him or me or whatever the case may be, they believed in Kobe. They went with Kobe.
Okay.
Gasol was a downgrade from Kobe.
But the thing,
Dwayne Wade wasn't
Who was the-
necessarily a
Who was the
downgrade
best
from
two?
Kobe.
Who was the best two guard at that time?
What you mean was the best two guard?
Who was the best two guard in that stretch?
I would say it was between AI and Kobe. I would say it was between AI and Kobe.
Between?
Yeah, I would like. I'm saying like
How
if
is it
anybody said one or
between
the other,
AI was
was
the
the best
2001 MVP. Kobe wasn't in. He wasn't an MVP. He
led
wasn't
the-
even in the conversation
led
for
a team- he
MVP.
led a
bro,
team
Kobe
that should've
wasn't
been
in the conversation for the MVP, and this is the thing that kills me, right? 9 out of 10, right? Whoever the Lakers is playing, 2001, 2002, 2003, Shaq is going to have the greater mismatch. So you are the number one option. But the Lakers would not have been bad if Kobe had been the number one option. The same thing, you take, people think that Jordan only won because of Pippen, this, that, and the third. Pippen couldn't average 25 if he wanted to. That's the difference. You got two alphas, and one took the back seat because you are the more dominant player. But as far as skill set, if it's not in that paint, you can't do nothing. You can't defend on the pick and roll, and you shoot 50% from the free throw line. You are more of a liability than anything else. You just can get in that paint. That's where you dominate at.
I
That's
hear
where
what
he's
you're saying.
supposed to be at,
Yeah.
in the paint, dominating.
If you switch players. You put Kobe on the Sixers. You put AI on the Lakers. You think Kobe lead the Sixers to the finals?
Fuck
said, do
no,
I
he's an eighth seed.
Do you think Kobe lead the Sixers to the finals? With that,
don't lie.
But what does that have? What does that have
So
to
how
do
can
with
you sit
everything
there
that I
and say?
just
So
said?
how can you sit there and say anything about Kobe in that time frame?
So wait a second.
He didn't become who he was until like 06. He didn't become like that player that he was into from 2007 to 2012 until later on.
Bro,
Let me just see where this is going at. So let me just understand something here. So you think that Kobe is better than Shaq?
yeah. Why wouldn't I?
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Hold on, time
It's
out,
been
time
great.
out. No, listen. You said I think Kobe better than Shaq, right? I need you to
Yeah.
explain to me as a basketball player, because he's dominant. He is dominant, right?
Right.
What else? What else?
What else besides
Shaq
dominate?
had Dom.
Hold on.
Shaq had moves.
I just want to be clear that I understand what you asking me. What else besides
That's
dominate?
that. You know they got something about the
Right.
cook.
So you want me to tell you another attribute besides the most important aspect, which is to dominate.
At that time, especially.
No, you saying that what else does a player do besides dominate?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying.
You said
is-
besides dominate, what else?
Okay. Let me say it like this. Hakeem Olajuwon was dominant, right?
No, he wasn't dominant. He didn't dominate or overwhelm the game. He was skillful.
I was about to say he's skillful. Yep.
Jordan, this is why Jordan is the best. He was dominant and skillful. Some people are just skillful, but they're not dominant. Some people are more dominant than they are skillful. Bron is more dominant than he's skillful. This is why he don't really have a heavy bag like that.
Right.
But he gonna get what he want to get because he's dominant. I'm trying to figure out what in your mind. Why do you have Kobe at this place? Like, where hold up. So you in that? Because
He said, "What in your mind?" Because everybody trying to figure it out too. It's like Kobe did everybody else. We don't.
I'm
It's
trying.
not like that. It's not like that. But go ahead.
It's Mike Kobe than that.
Hold on.
I'm listening.
Because where I got Kobe at, right? When I look at the top 10, when I look at my top 10, and then when I get on the back 5, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm at Mike, Bron, Kareem, Magic, Duncan, Wilt, Shaq, Bird. Now this is where I get where like Steph and possibly Kobe at. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have. That's where I'm at. He's 9 or 10. I'm trying to figure out like what's the argument for Kobe to be anywhere in the top 5? Like, who is he better than? Is he better than Wilt? You got Kobe over Wilt?
I'm not talking about none of them niggas that was playing in the 50s.
How not? It's the NBA
Because the
history.
NBA was different, bro. I'm not talking about none of them. Like all
Wait a
respect
second.
to Wilt, but I can't. How? I can't talk about something that I don't know nothing about. Like everybody talk about how great they
I
was.
get what you're saying. You ain't if you wasn't there to watch it or perceive it.
But that's like
yeah.
like rappers like, hey, I come to the show and I'll pop a beer and everybody chill and they looking weird. And then you hear something like what Kendrick Lamar doing, and my dad like, you know what? He ain't got shit on Johnny Moneybags. Like, bro, nobody trying to hear that, bro. There's no way in the world you gonna convince me of that.
No, but you got to look at it's a way that you can look at era to era. And at the end of the day, you look at how people dominated in the era that they were in. Because like when people do this cross era thing, they tend to leave all the advantages or take all of the advantages with the current players or leave all of the disadvantages from the older players. When in reality is if you put KD back there in Wilt time and people are like, oh, he would have been this. No, he wouldn't have, because that first injury that KD had, his career would have been over. That was a career ender. But because of advances in medicine now, it didn't end his career. You talking about Brian would have did this? No, he wouldn't have. He would have been playing in chucks. You think he running up and down the court in them chucks and making them moves like that? So now if you want to put, them niggas was driving to games in a bus going from Philadelphia to Milwaukee, playing the game that night, playing 4 games straight in a night. These niggas miss games. Like they miss games like all right, I'm gonna sit out the next 5 games because I sprained my fingernail. No, this is not that, bro. So if you're gonna say I'm gonna take this person back to here and that person back to here, listen, you gotta say, okay, if this person was playing here or if that person was playing there, what would it look like? So I don't even get it. How did they dominate in their eras? Wilt averaged 50 and 30.
That's crazy, bro.
He averaged 50 and 30. That was crazy. That was crazy. Listen. Listen, bro. And this is my issue. This is my thing with Wilt, right?
Yo.
You played in the era where it was like 16 teams. Everybody made the playoffs, right? You averaged 50 and 30 and all of these great numbers, kind of like LeBron today. And it's not translating into anything.
That's not accurate.
2 finals wins, bro.
That-
And the one joint that you got, you played with a nigga that was averaging like 44 and another nigga that was averaging like 38. I think he might have got a joint. I don't know if Elgin Baylor was there at the time.
No, he
These
wasn't.
teams
Elgin wasn't there.
But these teams was crazy. So like with all of your dominance and everything that you did, you wasn't winning.
No, when Wilt played in Philadelphia, he was constantly going against a team with 8 Hall of Famers on it. So when you say that he wasn't winning, he's playing against the fucking Monstars of the he playing the Jim Crow Celtics.
He not.
So
I mean, I respect what he's saying, but he's not.
So
Because he asked me a question, I ain't
so
even get a chance to answer.
so my point being, that's a team thing. That's not an individual thing. Wilt played against Bill Russell, who is arguably the greatest center ever. They say he's arguably probably the greatest defender ever. And Wilt average 50 on this nigga. Not dunks, though. Not with dunks. He giving them all finger roll, all baby hooks, all, you know what I mean? So I don't get it, bro. What I'm saying is, how do you say a nigga like Wilt? How do you put a nigga like Kobe over Wilt? With them crazy numbers. Niggas scored 100. People talk about Kobe with the 81 point. Wilt had 100. You couldn't go out there right now and play against kindergartners and get 100 points.
You want to hear something crazy? My pop told me Will had 100, right? I said, where's the footage? You know what he said?
Oh, my goodness.
He said, no, listen to this. This is a fact. This is a fact. Listen to what he said. He said, they didn't record the game because somebody else was in town, so they didn't play there. The circus was in town.
Right.
So we don't even know if that shit actually happened.
So what in the world, what reason would they just have to say,
actually happened?
you got the score sheet.
You just wrote the picture up?
Bro, I don't know what it
They got the actual score sheet. Like you could go online and see the score sheet. It's the actual documented score sheet. The game documented score sheet. Why would you have? What reason would you have to believe that a nigga that average 50 can't get 100?
I say averaging 50 is crazy.
Come on, bro. This Kobe. I feel you. I like Kobe, but I always go back, and I'm gonna tell you this for anybody. Go back to the pre-death conversation about him, and then that's the view you're gonna get. All of that, even in rap, Biggie's the greatest of all time, Tupac the greatest of all time. That conversation became a thing after they died. Sure. That was not a thing before they died. Before they died, these guys wasn't even like considered. I'm gonna tell you the rappers that was considered to be like, these is the top guys right here. It wasn't like a clear like Biggie's the guy, or Pac wasn't even really in the conversation like that. Wow. Until like, once he got dissed and all of that, like niggas was not doing the Pac thing until he went over to Death Row and started getting on his fuck bad boy shit. And then that's when it became like Tupac is la. When it was the holla if you hear me Pac and all of that, he was dope, but it wasn't like he's the greatest ever. And nothing, that's just not a real conversation that niggas was having, bro.
So who was so back then, before that, that was like 96, right?
Oh.
Died in 96, right?
Yeah.
So 95 before that.
90, listen, in those time periods, 95 and all of that, who was running shit was Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang was running that shit, but everybody had a bunch of a variety of artists. Like they was part of a group of a lot of niggas. Yeah. Like, so you had Big, Nas was running shit. Nas shit was like on top. Illmatic and all of that. Like that shit was around. Tribe Called Quest was dope. Scarface was holding it down. Motherfucking Snoop and them was running shit. Snoop, Dr. Dre and all them, the Dog Pound, they was running shit. Jay-Z just was, he came out with Reasonable Doubt, but it wasn't like he was like Hove. He was just like one of the other dope guys that was like, but he was behind like Big. Actually, more people was listening to Big than Pac. And then they had their little fallout and it became a thing and all of that. But it just wasn't the conversation that you having now. Like Big, Pac, Big, dope. But how much of this do you get after somebody die?
I think the thing is, like, for me with Kobe, there were people that was having that conversation. It's just the conversation became overwhelmingly saturated with people that was never having that conversation before. But when you talk to players like KD always esteem Kobe really high because when you look at the skill set, what's the flaws? Like, he got the footwork, he could get to his spots. He is a very intelligent basketball player, and he is a very good defender, bro. Yes. He pick up people from 90 feet. So you cannot tell me that people that have visible flaws in their game, and when I asked you about Shaq dominance, I wasn't talking about, when I said Hakeem, I'm talking about Hakeem can dominate a game with his skill set.
Right.
Shaq was more physical dominant than anything else.
So...
And nobody's knocking him for that, but somebody. So if Shaq was 6'10", and if Shaq was 6'10", he was smaller. Like, we wouldn't even be talking about him the same way.
What kind of ifs and ands, bro? If ifs and ands was pots and pans, the NBA would be a kitchen. What I'm telling you is, at the end of the day, you can't say if Shaq was 6'10", if AI was 6'7". Mm-hmm. Like, what kind of conversation are we having right now?
Bro, the whole point I'm making is we talking about a player being better. We talking about somebody that's great on both ends of the floor and saying he's not better than somebody that's physically dominant. And that's where the majority of his success comes from.
But that's what I'm saying. If you don't have to do that, if my whole game is I'm bigger, I'm stronger than you, and you can't stop me, what am I worrying about working on a MIDI for? That's the problem with this generation now. This is why these guys stink. Because you got guys like Joel Embiid. He wanna be KD. In and out, pull up, hezzy. When all you gotta do is there's literally no physical counterpart to him. Shaq says, I am about to throw you in the basket. Nobody's going to stop me from doing this. Why in the world am I shooting a jump hook? When I could just, a jump hook for me is a 50% shot. Me catching this 3 feet in the paint is a 100% shot. What does the math tell me to do? So that skill set shit is stupid. It's IQ. IQ tells me that you can't stop me right here.
You cooked him.
Bro.
No, Benji, where can they find you at, Benji?
Jesus Christ.
You
Gonna be a 3-hour joint. We keep going.
you came in.
Hold on.
It's all good.
Benji, where can they find you? You can. Hold on.
Cause you make a lot of sense. I understand what you're saying. And
Can
I'm
they
not
find
saying
him first?
Shaq is not. Yeah, they gonna find him after this. I got you. I promise you, they gonna find him after this. Listen, cause my whole thing is, I understand it. I understand the dominance, and I'm not knocking him for that. And I'm not saying you couldn't do nothing else. So this, that, and the third. But it's hard for me to say that a player, like, some people got what they got to their game, and it's cool and it works and it's effective. But when other people got other ways that they can impact the game, it's hard for me to say that somebody better than that. It's just hard for me. So it's a lot of players that may impact the game in one way, but when I see somebody that could do it in multiple ways, like, it's hard for me to say that. It's really hard for me to say that. So like, even when you look at Luka and you look at Kyrie, right? And everybody like, yo, Luka this, Luka that, Luka this. Like, yeah, but as far as scoring that ball, Kyrie is the best scorer on that team. I don't care about the percentages. I don't care about who shoot better, whatever the case may be. When they come to counter moves and all of that, Kyrie is the best scorer on that team. So I'm looking at Kobe overall as a basketball player. Let's take offense off the table because Shaq is the better offensive player. If you want to go with that, right? Now we on the other side playing defense.
So now
Shaq, you can't guard the pick and roll, and as big as you are, you never led the league in blocks.
can't guard the pick and roll.
Shaq couldn't guard the pick and roll, bro.
But even with the Kyrie thing, right? And Kyrie is one of the best scorers, bro. Like, he's one of the best scorers. I get what you're trying to say, right? But Luka is just on a different. It's just different.
You got cook. Basil, can they find you?
Yeah, they can find me, bro.
Where they can find you at? Where can they find you at?
To be continued.
Definitely be back.
They can find me at St. Basil 215 everywhere. STBASIL 215. That's on everything. They can go to my website, www.stbasilmusic.com. If you gotta find my music, STBASIL music.com. Find my music there, find the shows there, get the tickets, all that and all that.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say before you close out, because he do got a lot of stuff coming up. Just shout out everything you got coming up, because I know it's a lot. I was trying to get to everything, but we didn't.
Wednesday, I got a listening event. That's gonna be in Philadelphia.
That's hot.
So, pop out. We got Philly United tour coming up. First show October 5th in Somerdale, New Jersey. That's another one coming out. I got a couple other shows, but a lot of that is, like I said, is on the website. So yeah, just stay in tune, get down with it. You know what I mean? I got a couple projects coming out. My album about to drop at the end of the month for the Saints and Sinners. It's gonna be a crazy album, a double disc. That's what I got going on.
Basil, you've been amazing, bro.
Appreciate
a lot
y'all.
of game, a lot of game, bro.
Man, this was great, man. This was great, man.
A lot of game, a lot of cooking. I mean, the cook session just came out of nowhere,
Not
but
too
it
much
had
on
to
my
happen.
couch cussing, bro. Not too much on my couch
Had to
cussing,
happen,
you heard?
but no, we appreciate the game. We appreciate the hip hop knowledge. We appreciate just having that, just being authentic, bro, being you. You welcome back anytime, bro, to the pod. Even though you dissed the pod a little bit, not us, just the pod world. But we know you wasn't talking about the authentic ABP, baby. We got
not all the podcasts, just some of them niggas, especially them super soft simp Jones. But yeah.
But no, man, we truly appreciate you again coming through, champ. That was a good one, bro.
Yeah,
that was a good
appreciate
one. So listen, man, you already know what to do. You see that subscribe button? Hit that subscribe button now. Right? You see the gang, you see our names here. Follow us, lock in with us, lock in with Basil. St. Basil, you already heard his information, right? You heard his website. You heard the shows that's coming up, man. Support your own. If you're not from Philly, still come support. You know what I mean? Because he's hot. Obviously, he won. You know what I'm saying? So you know what he's talking about.
I can't even say second place. That's crazy. They ain't even place your boy. Don't worry about it. Dog.
It's cool. We know where the bars at.
Come on,
you know what I'm
man.
saying?
Come on.
But again, check out their performances, man. We about to actually click to their performance right now. You know what I mean? And again, follow the gram. We appreciate y'all, man. We authentic basic, man. Another one for the books. We out, fellas.
See ya.
He said, OG, you got a different vibe. I said, bro, you got a gift inside. You got a gift from God. Use it before it's too late. Your brother going, your sister died. Niggas in your hood told you to pick a side. Now all of them hoods that y'all fought for. Look, they all gentrified. Everything them so-called steppers told you, them niggas lied. All of them gangster rules, how gangsters move in interrogation rooms. They turn to the lakes and views, violating ancient rules. Really, you can't confuse the picture they paint in news. Savages can't be moved to weird ground. Everything they build, they tear down. You like, oh gee, that's some shit I'm not trying to hear now. And I get it, but I don't just see. I don't argue with a switch. I switch positions. I just listen and remind them. You got a gift inside. You got a gift from God. Forget the streets. Forget the pride. It's this side is genocide. We're going to jail for the kids to get inside. Niggas slide. Niggas slide. Niggas slide. Niggas slide. Bro, you ain't tired yet. You on that block every day.